All right, buckle up, everybody, because Ripple, the company behind XRP, just launched their own stablecoin,
Well,
RLUSD. It's big news, fresh off the press, so we're going to we're going to break down everything using articles from You Today, the Daily Hodl, CNBC, and TRCrypto.news.
getting all sides of the story.
For that balanced view, right?
Exactly. Can't miss anything.
So for anyone just tuning in, stablecoins are basically they're cryptocurrencies designed to, well,
To stay stable, right?
yeah, stay stable, unlike some of the
Some of the roller coasters out there.
yeah, some of the other cryptos that are known for their volatility.
They're pegged to something solid, like the US dollar, to keep them from going crazy.
Exactly. So they aim for that sweet spot.
$1 per coin.
Yeah, $1 per coin, which makes them really attractive for
Everyday transactions,
Yeah.
for cross-border payments, that kind of thing.
So RLUSD is officially live. As of December 17th, 2024,
Fresh out of the gate.
it's trading on exchanges like Uphold, MoonPay, CoinMina.
Don't forget ArcXX and Bitso. Oh, and they've got even more waiting in the wings.
Really?
Yeah, Bullish, Mercado Bitcoin, Bitstamp, Zero Hash, and Independent Reserve. They're going all out with this launch.
That's a lot of exchanges, but hold on. You today mentioned there were some early hiccups.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, RLUSD saw some pretty big price swings.
Like, how big are we talking?
On decentralized exchanges, it jumped like 20%
Whoa, that's a jump.
before settling back down, so kind of a rocky start.
Yeah, well, it happens. New stablecoin, lots of hype. Everyone wants in on the action. It's normal to see some volatility at first.
Speaking of hype, Ripple's CTO, David Schwartz,
Yeah, what about him?
he had a message for everyone over on the Daily Hodl.
Oh, I saw that. What'd he say?
Basically, don't rush in just because everyone else is. He even used the term FOMO.
Fear of missing out?
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't buy it just because you're afraid of missing out.
He's got a point. Stablecoins aren't a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah, they're about stability, the long game.
They're the utility players of the
Yeah.
crypto world.
So why did Ripple create their own stablecoin in the first place? Well, CNBC actually got an interview with
Who?
Jack McDonald, Ripple's SVP of stablecoins.
What do you have to say?
He said the huge growth in cross-border payments, it really caught their eye. They wanted a stablecoin that was more
cost-effective.
more cost-effective and efficient,
Yeah.
especially for their own transactions.
That's a smart move. They're already a major player in the cross-border payments world, so having their own stablecoin,
Yeah.
that gives them an edge.
And here's where it gets interesting.
Well, tell me.
RLUSD isn't just on one blockchain.
Okay.
It's on both the Ethereum blockchain and Ripple's own XRP Ledger, the XRPL.
Whoa, hold on. Most stablecoins pick a side, Ethereum or, another chain.
Right, they pick their lane.
This is a dual network approach. So it could mean RUSD has access to a much wider audience.
A bigger tool.
And it could mean, maybe, that Ripple's hoping to make XRP their own cryptocurrency, the go-to bridge between all the blockchains.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, like a universal connector.
So they're playing the field, but what about XRP itself?
Yeah, how to react to the news.
Well, when RLUSD launched, the price of XRP actually dipped.
Dipped by how much?
Over 2%.
Could be some XRP holders selling off to get their hands on some RLUSD.
Yeah, to test it out.
Ride the wave of excitement.
But should XRP holders be worried?
Not necessarily. CNBC pointed out that RLUSD could actually increase demand for XRP in the long run.
How so?
Well, think about it. If RLUSD takes off and it's being used for all these cross-border payments, XRP could become even more important as that bridge asset.
Right.
Moving between those blockchains.
More demand, potentially?
It all depends on how things play out.
Okay, so we've got the launch, the tech, and the market reactions. But let's zoom out.
Big picture.
Yeah, the future of stablecoins as a whole. Experts are predicting this market could be worth
Trillions.
trillions with a T.
It's a big deal. And with players like Ripple jumping in, things are going to get interesting.
So will RLUSD shake up the giants like Tether and USDC?
That's the question, isn't it?
How will this impact Ripple's overall strategy? And for you, dear listener, what does this mean for your crypto journey?
We'll have to see how RLUSD performs. But one thing's for sure, this is just the beginning of the stablecoin saga.
Ooh, I like that. Stablecoin saga. Dramatic. But you're right, this is just chapter 1. So let's dive into the next part of the story. Okay, so Ripple's diving headfirst into the stablecoin pool. But it's not exactly an empty pool, is it?
No, Definitely not. It's crowded out there.
Who are the big players, the ones RLUSD is going up against?
You're talking about Tether and USD coin. They're the heavyweights, the kings of the stablecoin castle.
So how does a newcomer like RLUSD even compete with giants like that?
Well, Ripple's got to play to their strengths.
Yeah.
And their biggest strength, their experience with cross-border payments.
Right, they've been doing that for a while now.
They know that market like the back of their hand. So they're leveraging that.
Okay, so experience is one thing. What else?
Remember we talked about that dual blockchain approach? That gives them reach. Ethereum users, XRP Ledger users, they're all potential customers.
Yeah, casting a wider net.
It's smart.
Yeah.
And they're not just targeting individuals.
No.
They're going after big institutions, companies. They're positioning RLUSD as like this enterprise-grade stablecoin.
Built for the big leagues.
Exactly. Security, volume, regulations, they're checking all the boxes.
So they're aiming high. But, I want to shift gears a bit. We've talked a lot about the crypto side of things. But what about the real world? How do stablecoins actually affect people?
That's the really exciting part. Stablecoins, especially the ones tied to the US dollar, they could change how we use money every day.
How so?
Think about it. Paying bills online, sending money to friends, even just holding onto your savings without worrying about crazy price swings.
Like digital cash that's actually stable.
Exactly. But remember, not all stablecoins are created equal.
Oh, right. We talked about those reserve systems.
Yeah, that's the key. You got to understand what's back in that dollar peg before you jump in.
So do your homework before you dive into any stablecoin pool, right?
Absolutely. Look for transparency, strong backing, a history of stability. You'll have more choices now with Ripple in the game, so choose wisely.
Okay, so more choices, more potential for everyday use. But what about regulations? Governments haven't exactly been friendly towards crypto.
You're not wrong. Regulations are the big question mark. They could make or break stablecoins. Clear guidelines, consumer protection, that's what builds trust.
And trust is essential.
Exactly. It's the difference between swimming in a safe, designated area and jumping into the open ocean with no lifeguard.
I like that analogy. So how regulators respond to all of this, it's going to be crucial.
It's going to shape the whole future of stablecoins.
Okay, so we've got competition, everyday implications, the regulatory landscape. But there's another layer to this whole thing, right? Ripple's grand vision.
Oh yeah, they're not stopping at just everyday transactions.
What else are they thinking?
They're talking about tokenized assets, putting real-world stuff like stocks, bonds, real estate onto the blockchain.
Whoa, okay. Back up. What exactly does that mean?
Imagine creating a digital twin for everything of value, and then you can use RLUSD to buy, sell, or trade these tokenized assets.
Like a whole new financial system powered by the blockchain.
Exactly. A global marketplace for anything and everything of value. That's Ripple's vision.
Wow. Okay, that's a big vision.
They're betting big on tokenized assets being the next big thing, and RLUSD could be the currency that makes it all happen.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground, but let's circle back to something we touched on earlier.
What's that?
Those early hiccups with RLUSD's price stability. Should people be worried?
It's worth keeping an eye on, for sure. But those early fluctuations, it's a new stablecoin, lots of activity, there are bound to be some ripples.
Okay, makes sense. But what about the long-term stability? We're talking about using this for everyday purchases, big investments.
Right, it needs a solid foundation.
And that's why understanding those reserve mechanisms is so important. It's not magic. It's real-world assets backing those tokens.
Transparency is key.
Yeah.
You want to know how those reserves work so you can trust the system.
So do your research, understand the mechanics, and then decide if you're comfortable with the level of risk.
Exactly. Informed investors are empowered investors, especially in the crypto world, where things move fast and change constantly.
All right, so we've talked competition, everyday use, regulations, even Ripple's grand vision. But there's one big question that keeps popping up in my head.
What's that?
Is this the beginning of the end for traditional finance? Are stablecoins going to replace banks altogether?
That's the question everyone's asking. And the answer, well, it's complicated. Let's unpack that in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, so we've explored Ripple's stablecoin, RLUSD, and the whole stablecoin world. But the big question, the one everyone's wondering.
Yeah, the big one.
Are stablecoins the future of money? Are we all ditching banks and living on stablecoins?
That's the question, isn't it? It's like watching a seedling. Will it grow into a giant tree, or will it just wither away?
So what do you think? Will we be paying for everything with stablecoins? Or will they stay mostly in, crypto land?
I think we're actually heading towards a world where both are true. Like, on one hand, I can totally see stablecoins becoming part of everyday life. Imagine paying bills, buying
Buy
groceries,
morning coffee.
even getting your salary, all in stablecoins.
That would be convenient.
Right. Super fast, especially for, international stuff. No more waiting for bank transfers or those crazy fees.
It's like digital cash, but better.
Exactly. But I don't think it means banks are going away entirely. They've been around forever. They've got the infrastructure, the
So
trust.
it's not one replacing the other,
I think it's more like they'll coexist, maybe even work together.
each with their strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. Stablecoins offer speed, transparency, lower costs. Traditional finance offers stability, regulation, familiarity.
And the key is finding that bridge, that connection between the two.
Exactly. But let's not forget the big factor that's still up in the air.
Regulations.
Regulations. Governments haven't exactly been welcoming to crypto.
So how will they react to stablecoins becoming like mainstream?
That's the wild card. Regulation could be the key to mass adoption.
Or it could be a roadblock.
If governments create clear rules that protect consumers without, stifling innovation, stablecoins could really take off.
It's about finding that balance.
Exactly. Protecting people without holding back progress. That's why it's so important to stay informed and be part of the conversation.
The future of stablecoins, maybe even the future of finance, it's being decided right now.
It's a big deal. Whether you're a crypto pro or just starting to learn, it's important to understand what's happening.
So to all our listeners, keep learning, keep exploring, ask questions.
Yeah, don't be shy.
And if you want to go deeper, check out the links to all the sources in the show notes.
Knowledge is power, especially in the crypto world. Stay curious, stay informed. Who knows, maybe you'll be part of shaping the future of finance.
Well said. And that wraps up our deep dive into Ripple's stablecoin launch and the exciting world of stablecoins. Until next time, keep your minds open and your crypto wallets safe.
And never underestimate the power of innovation. Technology can change the world, and we're seeing it happen right before our eyes.